Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Midlands. It's week 5 and match day 5 of the PFA pre-season campaign. First introduced ahead of the 2022-23 season, the PFA camp gives out-of-contract players a residential training base with daily training sessions with strength and conditioning, mental well-being support and competitive matches just like today as players seek a club for the new season. So far we have had scintillating contests against the French Players Union, Barnet, Hensford and Tranmere Rovers. Today though, it's the turn of West Bromwich Albion under-21s to host a PFA squad at their glorious training ground in the sunshine as well. What could be better? Yes, my name is Ian Waterhouse. I'll be guiding you through the contest this afternoon. And if you've ever listened to my commentary before, you will know I like to make it all about interaction. So the live chat is open on the PFA YouTube channel, so do get in contact with me. Let me know where you're watching from today, and as ever, I've got a few quizzes coming up for you. Quite a few of you starting to tune in now. Great to have you along. Now, I do have some information for you. I do have the PFA first half starting 11 for you, which we can pop up and quickly run through for you now. So your goalkeeper is number 1, Michael Kelly. 2 is Jake Caprice. 4 is James Bolton. 5 is Charles Dunn. 3 is Max Clark. Number 20 is Sammy Morsey. 21 is Rocco Coyle. 35, change of number for Jamie Patterson. 22 is Luke Thomas. 10 is Kane Hemmings. And 27 is Jordan Jones. So it's going to be a very intriguing contest, this one indeed. Unfortunately, we don't have any information for the West Bromwich Albion under-21s, although I'm certain there's going to be a few players to look out for, the likes of Dawda Idrissa. I'm sure we'll be featuring this one. Cole Deeming, Ollie Bostock, Rio Palmer, a number of players certainly to look out for. Let me know in that live chat then, are you a West Brom fan? Are you just tuning in? Are you a fan of a different club? Maybe just looking to keep a sharp eye on some of these PFA players. I would love to hear from you. I've got the chat going. I've already commented saying, hey everyone, going live very soon. Well, we're live right now. Over 50 of you on YouTube. A lot of you tuning in. We're live on the PFA X account as well, so great to have you along. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button here on the PFA YouTube channel. We've got a lot coming up for you. In fact, this Friday we travel to Fulham to take on the under-21s. That's a 12 o'clock kickoff. Then following Tuesday, the Premier League new boys, Coventry City, the under-21s. That's Tuesday the 4th of August, 1 o'clock kickoff for that one. Then a week on Friday, it's QPR under-21s, 2 o'clock kickoff for that one. And then on Tuesday the 11th, it looks like we've got a couple of games, Luton and Port Vale. Some comments starting to come in already. So we've got a West Bromwich Albion fan has commented, WBA fan 99, hoping to see one West Bromwich Albion first teamer get some minutes. Tamer Bainey, well, who knows? And Mr. Life 626 says, I'm a Brighton fan. Well, great to have you along. You're all welcome. This is a good place and great place and safe place to come and watch your football. So do get your comments coming in. 1 o'clock kickoff here at West Bromwich Albion's training ground. And as you can see, the players look like they're making their way onto the pitch there. And the PFA all in black. West Brom, of course, in their traditional white navy strip there, they're coming on too. So it will be a complete change in the second half for the PFA, but more on that a little bit later. Joey UK has asked me a question. What's your score prediction, commentator? Joey, my name's Ian. You're more than welcome to call me Ian. Do you know what? Difficult to say, isn't it? Let me run you through before I actually come to predictions. Let me know your predictions as well, everybody. This is how it's gone so far for the PFA. It is got things started with a victory over the French Players Union. It was Johnny Williams and Kyle Vassell on the score sheet in that one. Then it was a 3-1 victory over Barnet. Marquis got a brace. Anderson on the score sheet there as well. A 2-2 draw against Hensford. Interesting game, that one. The PFA were 2-0 up after about 7 minutes in that contest, but Hensford got back into it. But Marquis and Hemmings on the score sheet. Kane Hemmings wears the number 10 in the first half here. And last week, Tranmere 3, PFA 0. So quite a difficult one to arrange and gauge a score prediction, really. So I've also been asked, who books these games in? Is it the PFA that reach out or the clubs? I believe it's actually instigated by the PFA. The training ground, the residential training base, is at Champney Springs, which is near Leicester. So that's why we have quite a few games in the Midlands. Joey says, oh, nice to meet you, Ian. Nice to meet you as well, Joey. I hope you're looking forward to this one. Should be a cracker, shouldn't it? We couldn't ask for better conditions either. The sun is shining here at the West Bromwich Albion training ground. It's very hot indeed. I believe we might be copying the FIFA World Cup, and we might have a little drinks break halfway through the first half. But you can just see the West Brom players warming up. Like I said, unfortunately, we haven't been sent the team information for West Bromwich Albion, so we will try and keep you up to speed as best as we can, although I am expecting a number of players. Like I said, Dauda Idrissa, the 18-year-old defensive midfielder, the Italian actually represented Italy at under 15s, 17s, 18s and 19s. I don't know if they're playing. I'm just having a guess at this, but Matthew Crowther, I imagine, might get a run out today. Left-footed midfielder for West Brom, joined at under 16s in the 2023-24 season. Well, who are you most looking forward to seeing in that PFA squad as well? What about Sammy Morsey? He wears the number 20. Former Ipswich man, of course, won promotion with the Tractor Boys the 2022-23 season. Made 33 appearances in the Premier League the following season for Ipswich Town. Of course, they're going to be back this season as well. Kane Hemmings, as I mentioned, he was on the score sheet against Hensford 2, so he will be quite eager to... I can just see him trotting over on the far side there. There he is, but it is going to be the number 20. It's going to be Sammy Morsey who's going to get things going. James Norwood, I've just seen a message from John, RTR FC, a Tranmere Rovers fan here, scouting on James Norwood as we do get underway here in the sunshine. PFA all in black, as you can see. That's Rocco Coyle on the ball there. Just 20 years of age is Rocco Coyle. Just been released by Hull City. Bit of first team experience with loan spells at Boston United and Scarborough Athletic. It's a nice ball over the top quickly. Hooked out of play. Is it going to run out? No, it is going to trickle out by the number 28. So John, Tranmere fan in the live chat, did you watch the game against PFA the other day as well? Tranmere 3, PFA 0 in that one. I've just seen you've made a new signing as well at Tranmere Rovers. Are you excited for the new season? Let me know. West Brom fans, what's your expectation for this campaign? Also, I'd love to hear from you. We're looking at the under-21s, of course. They finished 26th in Premier League 2 last season out of 29 clubs. 5 wins from the 20 games. It does mean, unfortunately, top 16 in Premier League 2. If you're unfamiliar with how Premier League 2 works, it's for sides with Category 1 academies. And there is a number of competitions, such as the National League Cup and the Premier League International Cup. But it's the number 10 charging through for West Brom. It falls just inside the box. The 8 gets a shot away. And was that Michael Kelly diving down to his left to make the save? Let's have another look at this. The 10 charging in. As I said, unfortunately, I don't have the team information for West Brom. Nice little bit of skill there by the number 8. I think he just slips, doesn't he? And I think Michael Kelly just got something on it. Corner for West Brom. Back to the number 8. Back out wide. Michael Kelly, the 29-year-old for the PFA between the sticks. The Irishman. Played for the likes of Accrington, Stanley, MK Dons and Carlisle United. There you go. We've got one player. We know Alfie Gilchrist, number 28 for West Brom. Carter Pinnington as well on the pitch, and a 19-year-old centre-back. He's just joined West Brom actually from the Liverpool Academy, represented England at under 15s, 16s and under 18s as well. A lot to be excited about in the West Bromwich Albion Academy. Here's the number 3 over on this left side. The pitch has been well watered. We've seen a few players slip early doors here. So West Brom fans, again, yes, I want to know, what's your expectations for the season? It was a difficult one, wasn't it? 21st in the Championship. Did end up 4 points clear of Oxford United, though, and clear of the relegation zone. James Morrison, the man in charge. Over 300 appearances for the Baggies as a player in the Premier League. Also spent, and the Championship. Also spent time at Middlesbrough before that. 46 caps for Scotland. Plenty of experience as a player. And did a good job for you when he stepped in as interim coach last season as well. Jack Rowley. Oh, Jack Rowley. Lovely hearing Ian Waterhouse's dulcet tones on the stream. For me, playoffs should be the aim. there's been a lot of outgoings and not loads of incomings for the first team. Good to see you, Jack. Good friend of mine, Jack Rowley. Nice to have you along. Absolutely wonderful conditions. That's the number 2, Jake Caprice there for the PFA, the 33-year-old. Won the National League playoffs with Oldham in 2025, made over 100 appearances for Exeter City. He was a former Tranmere boy as well, Jake Caprice. And here he goes on this right side, charging forward. Nice little bit of skill, but number 19 does well to nip the ball back away. So West Brom fan 99 says playoffs for me, especially with 6 slots available now. Rio Palmer is wearing the number 10 for West Brom. Thank you very much, by the way, guys. We weren't handed any information, so you guys letting us know is really quite useful. Rio Palmer, attacking midfield. He's 6 foot 2 inches tall, is Rio Palmer. Signed scholarship terms with West Brom in 2024. I think number 19 is Mande as well. Thank you for that. This is quite a good little game we're playing at the minute, isn't it? The high ball into the box. It's comfortably taken. And West Brom come away with it once again. Well, I've got a few quizzes coming up for you today as well. 3 is Adam. Letlatz, thank you very much for that. Do keep them coming in. This is really good of you. You West Brom fans. I'll tell you something, you Baggies fans, you know your team. I'm very impressed indeed. The under-21s, or a West Brom 11, did have a run out the other day. 3-1 defeat against Notts County. Although pre-season for the first team has been going well. 3-0 victory over Sheffield Wednesday, 4-1 win over Bromley, and that 4-1 victory over Shrewsbury Town the other day. Frankie Pichthall says Norwood on in the second half. Yes, he is. James Norwood will be playing the second half of the PFA. It comes into the box. It's cleared by James Bolton, and it's going to be a throw for the Baggies. We are 5.5 minutes in here. 5th PFA pre-season match of the campaign. Like I said, a lot to come up as well. Fulham under-21s on Friday. Then it's Coventry next Tuesday. QPR a week on Friday. Then Luton and Port Vale. This 12-week training camp in total. If you want the team information as well, by the way, Frankie, do head over to the PFA on X. The both sets of squads, both the starting 11 for the first half and second half, is on the PFA X account. This is Luke Thomas, just been dispossessed. Here's the number 3. We think it's Letlatz. Here's the 19 now, trying to feed it through. And I tell you, West Brom have looked bright in the opening salvos here. PFA forced into a little bit of defensive work. It goes back to Kelly under pressure. Here's Caprice. Launching it high, long and forward. It's headed out of play. It's going to be a PFA throw right in front of the dugouts. Matthew Frost, will the game be on YouTube on Friday? Yes, it will. It will be. It is a 12 o'clock kickoff. We'll be at Fulham's training ground for that one. That is a lovely training ground, by the way. Still got a lot of the old buildings down at Fulham's training ground. I've been there a couple of times. Well worth tuning in for that one as well. I hope you've enjoyed this game so far, everybody. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well here on the PFA YouTube channel. It just means it doesn't cost anything. Of course, these broadcasts are brought to you completely live and free for you to tune in. It just means you won't miss any of the action as it happens. Free kick is given. Number 11's gone down for West Brom, who have looked very, very good in the opening 7 minutes here. Adam Keeley says, how do these players get new clubs out of this? As I said, it is a 12-week training camp in total, but the games get quite a lot of attention, Adam. A number of scouts are invited down as well. It's a good opportunity. It's quite unique, isn't it, really, for the PFA to put this camp on. It started in 2022-23. Quite a few players have come through the ranks as well. Some big names, the likes of Fabio Barini, remember him, the former Liverpool forward, joined Salford last season off the back of the PFA camp. John Swift, Cole Jenkinson, Dwight Gale, they've all come through the ranks. The shot comes in, it's not a bad effort from the free kick, but Michael Kelly is equal to it. Number 19 is Suleiman Mande. Thank you very much, Will. Yeah, as I said, I wasn't handed any West Brom team info, so keep them coming in. Number 7 for West Brom is Remo McNeil. Thank you so much for that. Normally it's me asking you guys the quiz questions. Instead you've been giving it all to me. I really appreciate it. Joey, thank you. And thanks for your comment to Adam Keeley as well. Do keep them coming in. CEO of the PFA is Maheta Malonga. Played for Atletico Madrid. Brighton fans, you may remember him as well. Lincoln City fans, Oldham and Wrexham. So to be eligible to be a part of this, you must be a member of the PFA and have held a professional contract in either the Premier League or EFL last season. There are some dispensations as well. Mr. Life says, is PFA only England-based players or all of UK? It is all of the UK. Like I said, you've got to have had a contract with the Premier League or the EFL. It could be other governing bodies as well. Michael Kelly's going to have to chase after that. We've had a number of players who have played all over. Max Clark, for example, has played in Vitesse in Holland. We've got a player who was at Central Coast Mariners as well over in Australia last season. I can tell you that was Alfie McCalmont, who's going to be playing in the second half. He'll be wearing the number 24, the 26-year-old. Like I said, he was over in the A-League in Australia. 4 caps for Northern Ireland. John says Michael Kelly, the goalkeeper, was on trial at Tranmere last week. Strange he's now back in the PFA. Just another note on this as well. Some of these players do have contract offers on the table. They have been offered a deal, but they might still be going through some of the terms. They might still be negotiating a few bits and bobs, and they might still be looking for a different offer. It might not be the right move for them. So there's every chance, John, that maybe Tranmere might have offered Michael a deal, and there might just still be negotiating, so he's keeping himself sharp. Here's a replay, look, of the free kick from Mande there. We've got over 220 of you watching here on YouTube now. As I said, we're live on the PFA Twitter account as well. 698 people tuned in so far. Great stuff. So great to have you along. Early stages still in the 11th minute. West Brom has certainly had the better of it in the opening stages here. West Brom fans, like I say, pre-season for the first team has been going well. You've got Peterborough United in your final pre-season friendly on the 1st. And then the season gets underway away at Rotherham on the 8th of August, a week on Saturday in the first round of the EFL Cup. Then it's Norwich away in the first EFL Championship game of the season. And then what a cracker on the 23rd of August to kick off things at the Hawthorns. Burnley at home. What a game that will be. I've got an interesting stat. For those of you who aren't West Bromwich Albion fans, how cool is this? The Hawthorns, the home of West Brom. It's been home of the Baggies since the year 1900, although that was the club's 6th ground, only formed in 1878. But it was the first Football League ground to be built in the 20th century. It was built and opened in September 1900. There you go. There's one for the pub quiz. 12 minutes played, 0-0. PFA looking like they're just starting to grow into this a little bit. That was Rocco Coyle on the ball. Like I said, just a youngster, the 20-year-old midfielder, released by Hull. Now it's on the edge of the box. Thomas drilling it in low. Kane Hemmings was lurking and waiting for the ball there. 34-year-old striker Kane Hemmings, most recently at Barrow. He's a former Tranmere boy as well, Kane Hemmings. Former Dundee, Stevenage, Notts County and Barnsley. Capstone is George Gitu playing. He's not part of this particular squad. He might be in the team on Friday. Joseph also says, last one I know, the right back for Albion, number 2 is Alfie Morn. Thank you so much for that, Joseph. Really appreciate it. Like I said, I can see your comments. Love to hear from you. Keep them coming in, everybody. So great to have you along. Alfie Morn, still only a youngster, although he's a West Brom boy, born and bred, isn't he, Alfie Morn? He's been with the club since he was just 6 years of age, played in Prem 2 and the National League Cup last season for the under-21s. Referee's blowing up here. Well, who's impressed you so far, everybody? Let me know. John says, I liked Kane Hemmings. He just didn't get going with Tranmere Rovers. Scored against Hensford. And here's a big opportunity now for West Brom. It is Suleiman Mande. Could have done. We've seen a replay actually of that challenge, but it is a penalty for West Bromwich Albion. "20-year-old Suleiman Mande steps up and he drills it in low. Michael Kelly might be a little bit disappointed he didn't get something on that, but the pressure has been telling, and it's West Bromwich Albion who take the lead courtesy of Suleiman Mande, the 20-year-old midfielder. Actually a Austria youth international as well, has been capped by Austria under 17s and under 21s. Has had a bit of first team experience in men's senior football with a loan spell at Stourbridge. It was about 10 years ago, wasn't it? Stourbridge had that remarkable run in the FA Cup. We've just been told the West Brom keeper is Brian Okonkoa. Thank you very much for that as well. West Brom fan 99. I think we might get these filled out, you know, by half-time. Might get the full starting 11. Thank you very much. Well, must be delighted with that. I must admit, I didn't get a good look at the challenge for the penalty. What did you make of it? But it is West Brom who lead from the spot, courtesy of Mande. Yeah, Michael Kelly might be a little bit disappointed with that one. Just went underneath his body. Difficult for the keeper, isn't it, from the spot though. Can only really be the hero. That's a lovely ball. Kelly's off his line quickly this time, hooks it away. And it's calmly headed back to Brian Okonkoa. If I'm saying that right. Well, I think we should get a quiz question going, and it's quite a good one, this one. I've got quite a few questions to get through, sort of a couple of different parters. This one is quite a simple one to get going, but it will get your brain matter going. It's going to test your knowledge of England's top 5 tiers. As the ball's on the left-hand side, it's dinked over. Kelly will take that one comfortably. Just a quick comment as well. Adam Keeley says, can they get international contract deals too? They can, Adam. Yeah, absolutely. They're out of contract players right now, so anybody can come in. Oh, just a quick reminder as well. Yes, number 28 is Alfie Gilchrist. Thank you, Jordan, for that one. Somebody did mention that before, but I didn't write it down, so I'll write it down now. Thank you for that one. So your first quiz question here today. And this is going to get your brain matter going. In honour of today's opponents, West Bromwich Albion, which begin with the letter W. It's quite a simple one. There are 11 teams in total in England's top 5 tiers. So the Premier League, the Championship, the ball over the top. It's Hemmings charging after he gets something on it. And it's going to trickle into the back of the net. And it's Kane Hemmings on the score sheet once again. He scored against Hensford Town the other day. And he's levelled things up for the PFA. Well, a nice ball over the top. The keeper getting a little bit of a tangle, and Hemmings does not give up. And it's 2 for Hemmings in the PFA pre-season so far. And it's 1-1 here. Kind of against a run of play, really. But they'll take that, will the PFA. It's the 5th game so far. They've had 2 wins, a draw and a defeat. And this one's level. Well. Eventually we will get to this quiz question, I promise you. But it's 1-1 here. And it was a simple ball, causing all sorts of problems for the West Brom defence. Number 17, Carter Pinnington for West Brom as well. Thank you for that comment. Somebody, I think, said that a little bit earlier too. But again, I didn't actually get time to write it down. Juggling multiple bits of paper here. Ball comes in low, takes a slight touch off one of the PFA players. Now they're looking to try and break away here. Here is Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas holding on to the ball well. Played against Hensford the other day. Also Luke Thomas, 27-year-old midfielder, can play as a forward. Most recently at Bristol Rovers, where he made over 100 league appearances. Again, strong play. And frustration there for Kane Hemmings. I think he was expecting a little bit of support. It never came. Right, now let's get to that quiz question. I promised, I keep promising it's coming. It is coming now. So as I said, there are 11 teams in England's top 5 divisions that begin with the letter W. Who are they? That's it. That's how simple it is. No cheating, everybody. No cheating, no Googling. See if you can work it out. See if we can get all 11 before half time. Still a long way to go. We're in the 20th minutes. The ball goes back to Michael Kelly. West Brom look really strong in the final third here, don't they? Just putting all the pressure on the PFA back line. Over onto the left side, that was Charles Dunn. Now it's pushed forward. Jordan Jones was the intended target there, just loses out with the ball. 31-year-old Jordan Jones was actually named in the Scottish Premiership Team of the Year in the 2017-18 season whilst he was at Kilmarnock. Got his move to Rangers, most recently at Carlisle United. Offside flag goes up, free kick for the PFA. So yes, 11 teams begin with the letter W in England's top 5 divisions. The link is, of course, in honour of West Bromwich Albion. There's one of them. Who are the other 10? We are including the National League in this as well. So the Premier League, the Championship, League 1, League 2 and the National League. Here is Thomas. Oh, he plays it a little bit short. Lovely skill by the number 3. Let that for West Bromwich Albion. Suleiman Monday can't quite keep it in and it's out for a throw. West Ham is right, Wrexham is right, Wigan, West Brom, of course, Wolves, Wickham. Good stuff. Yes. I've got a little stat for you as well, which I believe is correct. I might need somebody to do us a favour and get on Google and just double check this for me. But I believe this season coming is the first ever season that the top flight of English football, since it became professional, doesn't have a team with the letter W in it. There are no teams beginning with the letter W in England's top flight next season, in the Premier League, of course, after West Ham were relegated. So I believe that is correct, that there is no team for the first time ever since England's top flight has become professional that begins with the letter W. That includes the old First Division as well, before the Premier. Football did exist before 92-93. Good shouts here. Nathan says Woking. Yeah, great shout, that one. Mr. Life 626 Worthing, brilliant shout that one, of course, now in the National League after promotion from the National League South last season. West Ham is correct, of course. Watford, good shout. West Brom, West Ham, Wolves. Wrexham is correct, yes, of course, in the Championship. They play in West Bromwich Albion again. Wrexham disappointed they didn't make it back to promotions. Walsall, James Wallace says Walsall, really good shout. I thought a few people might struggle in that one. There's a bit of a curveball one in there, which nobody's said yet. This is Carter Pinnington, we believe, the number 17 for West Bromwich Albion. Mentioned him a couple of times. Exciting player indeed, a 19-year-old. Just joined from the Liverpool Academy. England Youth International are under 15s, 16s and 18s. Bright future ahead. Tommy has listed loads. Well done, Tommy. Wealdstone, Tommy. Good shout, that one. Yes. Wealdstone, of course, in the National League. Had a lightning start to the season last season, then things just tailed off in the second half. I was at Wealdstone 2 seasons ago on the final day of the campaign where they needed a win to stay up and they got it. There was a pitch invasion at the end down at Grosvenor Vale. What an atmosphere that was. Yes, Mac, Wealdstone is correct. Mork the Dork says Wardenall. I can see what you're doing there. Appreciate the effort, Mork the Dork. Ben says Wigan, absolutely. Wigan Athletic is correct. So 10, I think probably amongst all of them we've got them all, haven't we? Number 10 charging down Michael Kelly, forces Charles Dunn into quick action to get the ball forward. The number 5 Charles Dunn for the PFA, 33-year-old. Back in his younger days was capped by the Republic of Ireland at under-21s. Most recently at Coleraine, spent a bit of time in Scotland at Motherwell and St Mirren. Also had spells in England at Oldham Athletic and Wycombe Wanderers. There you go, Wycombe, although Tommy's already got that one. I think a few of you have. Thanks for taking part in this quiz as well, everybody. Really do appreciate it. Great stuff. Great to have you along as well. Like I said, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button here on the PFA YouTube channel. It doesn't cost anything to do. And we've still got plenty of games coming up for you this Friday. 12 o'clock kickoff live on the PFA YouTube channel and X account as well at the PFA. Fulham under-21s. I'll be on commentary for that one. Looking forward to it too. Wilt says Weymouth. Weymouth, I believe, are in the National League. They're either in the National League South or the Southern Prem, Wilt. But I appreciate the effort. Good shout, good knowledge as well of the non-league lower tiers. But they're not in England's top 5 tiers. I think they're in the Southern Premier actually, Weymouth. I'll double check that one at half time. Tyler says, will there be a different 11 for the second half? Yes, there will be, Tyler, absolutely. The ball goes over. In fact, I can let you know what that second half will be as the ball just runs out of play. It's going to be a goal kick now for the PFA. So it will be Reece Lovett in goal, then Josh Emmanuel, Jubril Okadina, Harrison Holgate, Marvin Johnson, James Jones, Alfie McCalmont, Marley Watkins, Omar Bogle, Anthony Scully and James Norwood. That will be your second half PFA 11. If you are just tuning in now, your first half on the pitch for the PFA: goalkeeper Michael Kelly, number 2 is Jake Caprice, 4 is James Bolton, 5 is Charles Dunn, 3 is Max Clark, 20 is Sammy Morsey, 21 is Rocco Coyle, 35 is Jamie Patterson. Change of number, he was due to wear the number 26, but I believe it's been changed to 35. Number 22 is Luke Thomas, 10 is Kane Hemmings. He's scored here today, levelled things up for the PFA. The ball comes into the box. The keeper does well to get his hands to it and just nudge it away. Danger not quite clear, goes down under challenge. Free kick for the PFA just outside the box. And number 27 is Jordan Jones. Tyra is watching from Antigua and Barbuda. Great to have you along. Mr. Life says Weymouth are Southern Division 1. Oh, they were relegated last year from the Southern Prem. Thank you for that, Mr. Life. I actually did the playoff final in the Southern Prem between Farnham Town and Gloucester City back in the summer. Again, another pitch invasion there. Max says, no, Weymouth went down last season, now in the Southern. Thanks for the information, guys. Really appreciate it. Like I said, this is interactive commentary. I love having you all along. I can see all your comments. Do keep them coming in. It's really, really enjoyable hearing from you all. So thank you for keeping me company. As I said, my name's Ian Waterhouse. Please do call me Ian as well. You don't have to call me commentator. So, free kick now for the PFA. Dangerous position. Luke Thomas is just there to the left of it. Looks like he's going to dummy this one, is he? Jordan Jones is nearby. Not sure quite catch the player over on the far side who actually looks the most likely to take it. And they go quick as well. It's blazed high. It's over the bar. But a well-worked free kick there. A little bit of trickery. It comes to nothing for the PFA though. Mr. Life says, I live in Brighton, but I know someone who plays for Worthing. Well, how do you think Worthing are going to get on in the National League this season? I've been down to Worthing's ground quite a few times. A lot of work being done down there. Joey says, this is really cool, to be fair, having a commentator reading YouTube chat. Thank you very much, Joey. Well, why not? Harry Darby says, who's 28 for West Brom? We think it's Alfie Gilchrist, Harry. Alfie Gilchrist, 22-year-old, as PFA looking to break now. They're really growing into this first half. It was all West Brom really in the opening sort of 15 minutes. PFA did level up, courtesy of Kane Hemmings, a long ball really into the D. And it was the goalkeeper for West Brom unable to get hold of it really, and good play by Kane Hemmings, never gave it up and managed to poke it into the back of the net. Now it's a corner for the PFA. It's Jamie Patterson who's going to take this. He was the player who took that free kick as well. He's going to take the corner over on the far side. High looping ball into the back post. Max Clark was the intended target, but he can't quite get there. The 30-year-old Max Clark. was capped by England at under 16s and under 17s level. He's the player who had a spell at Vitesse in Holland. Also played for Hull, Fleetwood, Rochdale and Gillingham. Kane Carey says, right, how many former Leeds players in this year's PFA squad? There's a few here today, I think, actually. I need to look at my notes, Kane, really sorry for that one. I'll have a look. Charlie says, who scored for the Albion boys? Charlie, it was Suleiman Mande. It feels a penalty as well. Didn't get a great look at it, if I'm totally honest with you, but it was Suleiman Mande from the penalty spot early on. Now it's into the box once again. Last gasp defending from the PFA. They just take it away. Mr. Life, I was talking about predictions for Worthing this season. Very hard for Worthing, highest division they've ever been in, also playing professional teams as a semi-pro team. I'll tell you something, Wealdstone do very well in the division. They're a similar sort of situation. Most of the teams in the National League are professional nowadays. Not all of them, though. The Millers 66 says, Rotherham fan here, looking forward to seeing Josh Emmanuel in the second half, as we had him on loan a few years back. Yes, you did. Josh Emmanuel had his youth at West Ham and Ipswich, most recently at Chelmsford. How Rotherham going to get on this season? The Millers 66 let us know. Mac says, who do you support, Ian? Well, I sit on the fence a little bit. I've got a soft spot for Leeds. I actually cover Boreham Wood quite a lot, though, so I'm a bit of a Boreham Wood fan, if I'm totally honest with you. Had a great season last season in the National League, winning, of course, the National League Cup against West Ham under 21s. Made it into the National League playoffs as well. Here's Jordan Jones, former Crew. Sorry, Jordan Jones, a former Kilmarnock and Rangers man, sorry. It's two Joneses. James Jones, he's going to be, he's here as well. He's going to be coming on in the second half as James Jones. Get my Joneses confused. Played for Crewe and Wrexham, did James Jones. Jordan Jones was Kilmarnock, Rangers, and most recently Carlisle United. Tyler says, is it West Brom's first team? No, it's the under-21s. Back to Alfie Gilchrist, actually. We know he's on the pitch wearing the number 28 for West Brom. Still only 22, but did make 11 appearances for Chelsea in the Premier League in the 2023-24 season. Certainly an exciting player. And 30 appearances in the Championship for Sheffield United as well. Still only young. G. Pooley says, who can you see being top three with Boreham Wood this season? Do you know what? It's really difficult. It's a really difficult one to call. Every season I always expect Southend United to go well. In fact, I was there just a week last Saturday as the ball comes into the box for the PFA. It's hooked away. I was on commentary for Southend against West Ham United. West Ham's pre-season, been covering West Ham an awful lot. 1-1 it finished. Kieran Dyer is the new manager now at Southend United. I've got to say, they look good at Southend in that one, the Shrimpers. So 32 minutes played here, 1-1. It's a game of few chances, really. West Brom taking the lead from the penalty spot, courtesy of Suleiman Mande. But Kane Hemmings levelling things up. A persistence, never give up attitude from Kane Hemmings earned the leveller. Mr. Life says, what about the teams that got relegated from League Two? Do you know, Harrogate Town, of course, came down, didn't they, from League Two? And I used to live in Harrogate, so I know the town very well. And it's not really a football town, to be honest. I think Harrogate did really well to make it to the Football League. I look forward to visiting the stadium. Cracking little stadium, by the way, on the Wetherby Road, Harrogate Town. Just nowhere to park, though, that's the problem. Right by the Stray as well, the area of grassland if anybody's ever been up to Harrogate. What's the favourite ground you've been to, everybody, in that comment section? Let me know. What's the best ground you've ever been to? The Miller 66 says, do you know what's happened to Kyle Vassell as we took him on trial but has left us again? Yeah, I commentated on him actually, the first PFA pre-season friendly of this campaign against the French Players Union up at Leicester City's training ground. He scored that day as well. He's not part of this squad. I'll see if I can find out for you. Corner now for West Brom. Over on this left side into the 34th minute here. Delivery towards the back post. It's headed back in actually by a PFA player. It's a bit of a scramble. It's off the line by Thomas, I think. Out to the number 2, Alfie Moore, and it comes back in again. The number 7 gets his head to it, and it's just over the goal. Joey says, how did you get into commentating? How long you got, Joey? It's a long story. It all started actually, I do a lot of golf and motorsport as well. I won't bore you with it all. But my first ever commentary gig, I suppose, was actually in motorsport. It was a enduro car 6-hour race, Ford KAs going around Donington Park for 6 hours. Talk about baptism of fire. Into the 35th minute here, 1-1. As I said, it's going to be all change for the PFA at half-time. What have you made of the game so far, everybody? Let me know in that comment section. This is the 5th match for the PFA. They beat the French Players Union, which is essentially the French version of the PFA, by 2-1. Johnny Williams and Kyle Vassell were on the score sheet that day. Second friendly was at Barnet. It was Barnet 1, PFA 3. Jean Marquis scored a brace. Max Anderson on the score sheet that day as well. It was 2-2 draw against Hensford Town. Marquis on the score sheet and Hemmings as well. In fact, the PFA were 2-0 up in that one after about 7 minutes. Hensford bringing it back. Here's the 19. Here is Mande. Gets the shot away. Blazes it over the bar. Looking bright. And then there was a game against Tranmere on Friday. Tranmere winning that one 3-0. It's 1-1 here. 10 to go to the break. Bradley Budden says, how much did they train with the PFA? It's a 12-week training camp in total. There's a number of drop-in sessions as well at universities and colleges this year too. It's a real good new initiative. It's daily training sessions as well, by the way, Bradley, if they do want it. Usually, roughly, we're getting into the process now where there's 2 friendlies a week at the moment. Got Fulham coming up this Friday, 12 o'clock kickoff. That's live here on the PFA YouTube channel and the X account as well. Here's Charles Dunn holding on to the ball well against the number 10. Mr. Life says, for non-league grounds, my favourite was Whitehawks for league. I've never been to Whitehawks ground. My favourite was the Boleyn ground, of course, West Ham United in 2014. Yeah, great stuff, Mr. Life. Like I said, do a lot of work with West Ham. Got a very, very big soft spot for them. Right. Isa C Games 7437. How is the team selected? Are they free agents? Exactly that. Yes, they are free agents. For anybody just tuning in and unfamiliar with the PFA squad, it's the whole process. The pre-season campaign gives out of contract players a residential training base with daily training and strength and conditioning, mental well-being support, and competitive matches such as this one. And it's an opportunity for out-of-contract players to catch the eye, shall we say, and see if they can get themselves a club for the new season. The Miller 66 says, favourite ground I've visited is St James's Park with Rotherham high up. Well said, the Millers. Although, let's make a new rule. You're not allowed to choose the ground of the team that you support. Okay, that's all. You're not allowed to choose the ground of the team. So let me know the best ground you've ever visited, but it can't be the ground of the team you support. I love visiting non-league grounds as well. Any ex-Stoke players is the question. I'm going to have to go through my notes on this. I've got quite a lot of notes written down here. I'll come back to that for you in a minute. The ball comes in. It's going to be a corner for West Brom over on the far side. Was that Max Clark who got the crucial touch on that, just to take it away? New initiative for the PFA this season as well is there's a camp for WSL and WSL2 players as well. As the ball comes in, it's a good delivery in. It's off the head of the number 17, which we think is Carter Pennington, and goes out of play for a goal kick. Have another look at that. Absolutely delicious delivery, that, isn't it? Absolutely pinpoint. And we believe the number 17, we won't hand it team information, is Carter Pennington, getting his head to it, rising highest of all. Charlie says best away day in terms of result is Preston 4-0 win, amazing day. Out of best ground was Anfield or Old Trafford. And Mr. Life says Brighton Stadium will never be anyone's favourite. Most Brighton fans know that it's so far from everywhere and difficult to get to. I actually commentated on the Sussex Cup final at Brighton's ground in the summer, and it is a fantastic stadium inside. But the car park that I was that I parked in was about a 20-minute walk away, though. Right, Lee Ruff. Finally, I asked a question. Thank you, Lee, for that comment, by the way. I do appreciate it. Has commented. Now, the quiz question we had earlier was there are 11 teams beginning with the letter W in England's top 5 tiers, so that includes the National League. Who are they? Lee Ruff has said Wimbledon, so I make it 12. Now, I can get what you're saying here, Lee. Totally get that, but I'm going to be really, I'm going to be a pain here. Wimbledon is officially AFC Wimbledon. It's a bit like Bournemouth. They don't actually begin with the letter B officially. They begin with the letter A. So I'm really sorry to do that to you, Lee. But it's actually AFC Wimbledon, not Wimbledon. So it is 11. So the 11 in total, of course, let's give it to you. We've got 5 minutes to go to the break. Teams beginning with the letter W in honour of today's opponents, West Bromwich Albion, are, of course, Watford, West Brom, West Ham, Wolves, Wrexham, Wigan, Wickham, Walsall, Wealdstone, Woking and Worthing. I think we've got them all. Thank you to all of you. That is brilliant stuff. And Tommy, yes, absolutely, AFC. It's not to catch you out, Lee. It was a tricky one. I can totally see how you got there. A bit of a tussle going on over this far side. Luke Thomas goes down under the challenge from the number 3, and it's a free kick for the PFA. 4 to go to the break here. Phil Summers watching from Wanneroo in Western Australia. Phil, is that near? That's near Perth, Wanneroo, I think. I've got a friend who was from Wanneroo. I spent a bit of time over there. Scarborough Beach, is that nearby? Scarborough Beach, Phil? So throw. Is there going to be a twist in the tail at the end of this first half? They've probably just ever slightly edged the chances in this game, but PFA have had their spells as well. Joey says, I remember taking a penalty at the ground of Chatham Town a long time ago. Joey, we all want to know, did you score just like that? And there is a twist in the tail. And it's the it's West Brom who retake the lead here. Well, on the balance of play, it's probably the fair result. Let's have another look at it. That was Sammy Morsey pushing the ball forward, but then the number 7 of Alfie Moore charging into the box. What a goal that is. Fires it past Michael Kelly into the bottom left-hand corner. And it is West Bromwich Albion 2, PFA 1, with 2.5 to go to the break here. Well. I literally just asked a question from the throw for West Brom if there was going to be a change, and there was. And the Baggies retake the lead. And they scored from the spot relatively early on, courtesy of Solomon Mande. Kane Hemmings levelled things up. And I think it's actually Remar McNeil with the goal. Unfortunately, wasn't handed any West Brom team information, but you guys in the chat have been keeping me up to speed with everything, so thank you so much. So believe it was Remar McNeil, the number 7, with the strike for West Bromwich Albion, close to half-time. But PFA certainly not out of this. They've had chances as well. 3 goals in the game. Now pushed over onto the right-hand side. The Baggies looking to keep momentum in their favour. Strongly headed away. The 8 picks it back up though for West Brom, out to the 18. Pushed over to the right side again. Nice ball into the box. It's James Bolton who gets the crucial touch, only as far as the goal scorer though, the number 7. Being held up at the edge of the box. It's well clipped on. It's a good save by Kelly, diving down to his left, because I think that might have been squeezing in. It might have taken a little touch off the post and gone in if Michael Kelly hadn't got down to his left and just tipped it to the side. Joey's asked me a question as well. Yes, there, you're right. It is McNeil, Remar McNeil. Thank you for that. Tommy says, what are the chances these guys get a club? Quite a lot, actually. Already, Shamal George, who was part of this PFA pre-season camp, he's just joined Bromley. As I said before, in years gone by, some high-profile names to have come through the ranks. As the ball comes in for the corner, it's just going to be hooked away. It's going to run out of play. It's going to be a goal kick, I believe. Yes, some of the high-profile names who've come through the PFA ranks in recent years are the likes of Fabio Barini. Remember last season he joined Southwood, the former Liverpool man. John Swift, Cole Jenkinson, Dwight Gale. They've all featured as part of PFA pre-season training camps. That was a great save, wasn't it? Yes, the comments lighting up. Michael Kelly with the heroics. His half is almost up though. It'll be Reece Lovett between the sticks for the second half for the PFA. The 29-year-old goalkeeper, most recently at Kidderminster Harriers. Looking at, we've got nearly 400 of you watching on YouTube. Great to have you along. Thank you so much. And over 1,741 people have tuned in so far on the X account. Tyra, that's a really nice thing to ask, actually. How is everyone's day going so far? What a lovely thing to comment. So it's a nice place to come and watch your football here this Tuesday afternoon. We appreciate you tuning in. There is the half-time whistle. And it's West Brom who lead at the break. Suleiman Mande from the penalty spot. It was Kane Hemmings who levelled things up, though. His persistence certainly paid off. And then we think Remar McNeil with the strike close to the break to make it 2-1 to the Baggies. Do keep those comments coming in at half-time. You can see them. It's going to be all changed, though, for the PFA in the second half, but more on that shortly. I'm going to go get myself a quick cup of tea, everybody. Don't go far. I'll be back for the second half here at the West Bromwich Albion training ground. It's the Baggies 2, PFA 1. See you soon. Well, hello everybody, welcome back. Second half, going to get underway very shortly. Just a quick reminder, it is going to be all change for the PFA in this second half. So let me just quickly run through the 11 for the PFA. Your goalkeeper is number 12, Reese Lovett. 23 is Josh Emmanuel. 17 is Jubril Okadina. 18 is Harrison Holgate. 19 is Marvin Johnson. 37 is James Jones. 24 is Alfie McCalmont. 34 is Marley Watkins. 38 is Omar Bogle. 33 is Anthony Scully. And 39, James Norwood. So it looks like there's a number of players have stayed on for West Bromwich Albion under 21s as well. 2-1 from the first half. What can we expect from the second set of 45? Mr. Life says, is it a whole new 11 for the second half? Yes, I've just read them out. There you go. A lot of you commenting as well. Great to have you along. In fact, Joey did ask me what my best game I've ever commentated on is. Do you know what? There's been so many. I did quite a few finals last season. Probably the National League Cup final last season against two teams very close to my heart, Boreham Wood and West Ham, was a brilliant game. Went to a penalty shootout, Boreham Wood winning it. Have had the pleasure of doing the Premier League a couple of times as well. My debut was Crystal Palace against Liverpool a couple of seasons ago, and would you believe it, actually Diogo Jota who scored that game. Right, so here we go. We're just waiting for the whistle. There we go, we're back underway. Second half begins. West Bromwich Albion 2, PFA 11 1. All change for the PFA. And more quiz questions coming up for you this second half as well. Ball pushed over to the right side. It's been cut out well. It is an early throw for West Brom, halfway inside the PFA half. Do keep those comments coming in. So great to have you all along. Really do appreciate it. So many people as well on X, Twitter. Of course, 2,299 people have watched so far over on X. Great to have you along. Joey says, oh, hell yeah, Liverpool is my team. Well, Joey, how are Liverpool going to do this season? Let me know your thoughts. Oh, nice little bit of skill there by the West Brom keeper. Change of goalkeeper in this second half, it looks like, for the West Brom under-21s. Unfortunately, we weren't given team information. The ball's going to run out of play. It was Jubril Okadina wearing the number 17 who sorted it out. The 25-year-old defender is actually a Malawi international. Got a couple of caps there. Was at Bohemians last season. Also had a spell at Cambridge United. Came through the ranks at Tottenham Hotspur. There's the number 28, Alfie Gilchrist for West Brom. Goes back to the substitute keeper for the Baggies. Oh, West Brom fans, were you happy with that first half? PFA fans. Do PFA really have fans? I'm sure we've got fans of players, I suppose. Who caught the eye, do you think, in that first half? Let me know. Of course, it's all changed now, but we had Michael Kelly, Caprice, Bolton, Dunn, Clark, Sammy Morsey, Cole, Patterson, Thomas Hemmings and Jones on in the first half of the PFA. It was Kane Hemmings with the goal as well. Former Barrow, Dundee, Tranmere, Stevenage, Notts County and Barnsley man. PFA do well to win the ball. That was Omar Bogle there. 33-year-old Omar Bogle, most recently at Crewe Alexandra. Scored 62 in 111 league appearances for Solihull Moors. Also played for Newport, Doncaster, Hartlepool, Charlton. Knows where the back of the net is, does Omar Bogle. Here's James Norwood. Just runs the ball. Looks like the offside flag has gone up. Well, James Norwood, we know, of course, 35-year-old. He's got 7 England C caps as well. 4 goals for England C. Most recently at Fleetwood. Tranmere Rovers fans, I'm sure you remember him fondly. Netted 81 in 165 for Tranmere Rovers. 26 in 77 for Ipswich Town. Scores goals wherever he has been in his career. Also for the likes of Oldham, Barnsley and Forest Green Rovers. Here comes McNeil. Remo McNeil with the second for West Brom at the end of the first half. Jason Hill says Rocco, number 21, looked good. Should get picked up by a team. Yeah, Rocco Coyle in the first half for the PFA. Still just 20 years of age. He's just been released by Hull City. Suleiman Monday's gone down in the box here, so we're going to have a brief pause. Whilst we do, actually, let's get the quiz going early, shall we, in this second half, because on the PFA, so the PFA, there's a players board. There's 13 players in total. I'm not going to ask you to guess those 13 players, but we're going to play a little game of guess the player. So I've got 3 players here, relatively high-profile players. They currently sit on the PFA players board. So our first guess the player, I've got 4 clues to each player. So this first player began his career at Swansea City, so it doesn't really help too much, but no cheating as well, by the way. No visiting the PFA website until after we've done this quiz. So the first clue for our first player who sits on the PFA board began his career at Swansea. Still playing as well, by the way. That's another clue which isn't part of the 4. It's a bonus clue. Still playing, but began his career at Swansea City. Now, if you really know your football, he spent some of his youth at Viborg in Denmark as well. Wow. That's your second clue. Any guesses? Any guesses? Any early guesses? As Solomon Monday gets back up to his feet, the number 11 is going to get us back underway for West Bromwich Albion in the 50th minute here. Right. West Bromwich Albion has a 3865. Says, believe the change in goal is Will Rutter. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Said I don't have any West Brom team information, so you Baggies fans, you know your team, you let me know if you spot a player. That was Alfie Moore in the number 2, going back to the number 28, and now we believe it's Rutter in goal. John's definitely excited for James Norwood here, as I mentioned, scored plenty of goals for Tranmere Rovers. Do you miss him, John? Would you have him back? 5 minutes into this second half. Fairly slow start to the second set of 45. Both sides just working their way into the game. So we have another clue. I've not had any guesses yet for this guess the member of the PFA players board. Began his career at Swansea. Spent some of his youth at Viborg in Denmark. Surely this will give it away. 100 caps for Wales. There you go. Any guesses? The ball's over on the right side for West Brom. Number 10, which we think is Rio Palmer, just runs the ball out of play. Attacking midfielder, 6'2" tall, Rio Palmer. As I said in the first half, he signed his scholarship terms with West Bromwich Albion in 2024. Goalkeeper now is Reece Lovett for the PFA, 29-year-old, most recently at Kidderminster Harriers. Also had spells at Maidenhead United and Torquay, Boston and Cheltenham Town. There's a darting run from Marvin Johnson, gaining the yards, gets a nice ball into the box, it's tipped over the bar, and it's going to be a corner for the PFA. Strong defensive work there by the number 17, which I think is Carter Pennington for West Bromwich Albion. Did well to read the danger and get there and tip it over the bar. It's a dangerous one, isn't it? Came off his shin pad, I think, over the bar. Marvin Johnson, though, doing all the work. It's going to be Omar Bogle to take this corner. Marvin Johnson comes short. In fact, Bogle leaves it for Johnson. Marvin Johnson, 35-year-old. Also played against the French Players Union in the first PFA pre-season match. Over 100 league appearances for Sheffield Wednesday and Kidderminster Harriers. Rutter gets something on it. It's put back in by the number 24 of Alfie McCalmont. Not enough on it. Side-footed it back into the danger zone. Comfortably cleared by the West Bromwich Albion defence. Cam Wigley, 28 for West Brom, is Alfie Gilchrist. Thank you very much for that, Cam. Connor Max says Ben Davies. Joey says Ben Davies, the guy who was at loan for Liverpool for a bit. It is Ben Davies, yes. Congratulations. That is our first one. We've got another 2 coming up for you, but our PFA current members of the players board. 100 caps for Wales. Began his career at Swansea, spent some of his youth at Viborg in Denmark, joined Tottenham in 2014. Of course, Ben Davies is our first answer in our Guess the Player quiz for the second half. although the shot comes in, that's not a bad effort actually. That was Anthony Scully. Here he is again, wearing the number 33 for the PFA. There's the ball taken off him, I think, by Pinnington. Oh, we've been told actually by West Brom fan 99 and Hazza said it's Joe Wallace in goal for West Brom, so apologies there. Joe Wallace is the goalkeeper now for West Bromwich Albion. Thank you for that, guys. Alfie Morn with the throw. It's going to be hooked back out, and he's going to have another go with it, almost from an identical position. Tyler says, got any friendlies coming up? If you mean for the PFA, then yes, they do, this Friday against Fulham under 21s, 12 o'clock kickoff. We have a player down for West Brom at the minute. It's the number 8. And here he comes again, back onto his feet now, the number 8 for West Brom. So they try and gain a 2-goal advantage if they can. Over to Morn on his right side, the ball's played into the box. And straight back to the Baggies, here is Monday. Nice delivery in, touch is a little bit too heavy. Being picked up by Harrison Holgate, who tries to loop it clear. Just does enough to take away the initial threat, but West Brom can come again. Harrison Holgate, 26-year-old defender for the PFA. Most recently at Fleetwood, has had loan spells at the likes of Altrincham and Stalybridge Celtic, Stafford Rangers and Ashford. Over 420 of you watching now here on YouTube at the PFA. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Plenty more games coming up for you. As I said, Fulham on Friday, Coventry a week today, QPR a week on Friday, then Luton and Port Vale to round out the competitive pre-season matches. The flag has gone up. Thank you, Tyler. Yes, do join us. I think all of the games have been live so far, except for the Tranmere game. It was just because we couldn't actually get height. It was at Tranmere's training game, and we couldn't get any height for the camera there. We did. There were some highlights of the game though. All of the goal clips as well, if you do want to watch them back. 3 goals in this game so far. Do go out on the PFA X account or Twitter in Old Money. So do go check out the PFA on X. Make sure you hit that follow as well. We do post some great content, and if you do want to find out how these players all get on, whether they find clubs or not, do make sure you do keep up to speed with the PFA on social media. Here's the number 18 now for West Brom, and it's possession all with West Bromwich Albion at the minute. Similar sort of pattern to how it was in the first half. PFA levelling things up, courtesy of Kane Hemmings. It sort of came a little bit against the run of play, but then they settled into a rhythm really in that first half before it was Remar McNeil with a darting run on the right-hand side. Just crept into the box and fired a low shot into the bottom left-hand corner. That was with about 3 minutes to go to the break. Craig Vincent says, come on, you Baggies. Right, West Brom fan 99 says, hey Ian, amazing trivia point on today's ref. Would you like to know? I would love to know, absolutely, yes. Let us know. I love trivia. Making West Brom a little bit of space to work through. McNeil was the intended target. It almost got through. Picked up by Scully now. He's got space to drive forward. Pushes it over to Norwood. Norwood into the box. Nifty little back heel. It's dinked up and over. He might have had an option to have had a strike first time. It's Marvin Johnson. He's had a bright start to this second half, wearing the number 19 for the PFA, Marvin Johnson. Here's the 10 now for West Brom. He's now doing this game suddenly coming alive end to end. There's space. The shot comes in, bottom left-hand corner, and it's Suleiman Mande with the strike. His second of the game. The first came from the penalty spot in the first half. This time buries it into the bottom left-hand corner, and it's West Bromwich Albion 3, PFA 1. Well, it's suddenly opened up this game end to end. PFA with an opportunity at one end. West Bromwich Albion break immediately at the other. And it's the number 19, Solomon Monday, with the strike. And close to the hour mark, it's West Brom 3, PFA 1. Well, James Norwood is keen to get things going again. 59 played here. Right, West Brom fan 99 says, I believe the ref is Sam Mantum, ex-Albion player, was at Rushall most recently, maybe still is. He's part of the player to official programme. Yes, he is, absolutely. And here come the PFA straight away, trying to pull one back immediately. Good defending. It was Carter Pinnington there. He's getting all the praise from his fellow teammates. Yes, just a note on Sam Mantum as well. He is part of the player to official programme here with the PFA, which is something we haven't really touched on to get more officials into the game. He was the referee for the French Players Union game. I think he's been ever present as well. Has refereed actually last season. As I said, I do a lot of work for Boreham Wood as well. Pretty certain he commentates in the National League quite a bit. I think we're in for a lively 30 minutes here. Reese Lovett gives it to Josh Emmanuel. I was a fan of Josh Emmanuel commenting, I remember, in the first half. He's now on the pitch here, the second, the 28-year-old. Chelmsford, Ipswich, Bolton, Grimsby, Halifax and Doncaster man. West Brom looks so dangerous in that final third. It's McNeil who this time tips it over the bar. Craig Vincent says what a talent Monday is, and Carter Pinnington, very talented centre-back. Say something, Craig, you're a West Brom fan, seeing these under-21s, these young players, you must fill you with quite a lot of positivity, excitement for the future. Looks like we're about to see a couple of changes as well for West Brom. The number 5 is about to come on. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have the team information for West Bromwich Albion to give you, but there are going to be a number of changes. There's a number 5 coming on, a number 26. So a few changes now for the Baggies. As you can see, West Brom fans, you'll be able to tell me who they are. Let me know. There's number 20 coming on as well. Just trying to see who's gone off, actually. Is that Alfie Gilchrist who's gone off the pitch? Looks like he's heading straight back into the training centre. We're here at the West Bromwich Albion training ground. Fantastic venue. It's kind of a little bit more overcast though in the second half, but very hot indeed. Hope you're all enjoying the summer. What a summer we're having as well. I bet you all can't wait for the season to get back underway for West Bromwich Albion's senior side. It starts on the 8th of August away against Rotherham in the first round of the EFL Cup. League action starts on the 15th of August away at Norwich City in the Championship. And then the first visitors to the Hawthorns this season in competitive action will be Burnley. Wow, what a game that will be on the 23rd of August. For the PFA, as I said, more fixtures coming up. Fulham on Friday, 12 o'clock kickoff at Fulham's training ground. Then it's Coventry City on Tuesday the 4th of August, 1 o'clock kickoff for that one. And it's QPR under 21s on Friday the 7th of August, 2 o'clock kickoff for that one. And then Luton and Port Vale on Tuesday the 11th. These games live on the PFA YouTube channel, so make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. 12 is Dulda Idrissa, we believe. Thank you so much for that. He's another exciting talent, isn't he? If it is who we think it is. 18-year-old Idrissa. As I said, I mentioned his name before actually. He's Italian youth international for West Brom, playing for West Brom now, under 15s, under 17s, under 18s and under 19s for Italy. Started his career at Uso Ingenio, his local Italian club. Noah De Point on the pitch as well. Thank you, Martin, for that one. He's wearing in number 5. Appreciate that. As I said, West Brom fans, you will know better than me, so please do let me know. If you spot a player and you know who it is, comment in that live chat. Thank you for that, Martin. Into the 64th minute here, 3-1 to West Brom. They have started to push the accelerator, but maybe there's a way back for the PFA into this one. That was a shot from Anthony Scully, just trying to nestle it into the right side of the goal, instead drags it wide. Anthony Scully, 27-year-old forward, most recently at Shrewsbury Town. Did spend time at Portsmouth, Wigan, Lincoln City, had his youth at West Ham United. Number 20 is Harry French. Again, Martin, thank you so much for this. Really appreciate it. So number 20, Harry French for West Brom. Let's come onto the pitch. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the game, everybody, so far. Let me know if you have. Let me know who's caught your eye as well. Certainly in the second half now. All change for the PFA. It's looped up and over onto the roof of the net. Certainly worth having a go, wasn't it? Was that a cross, or was that an attempted shot on goal? It was Omar Bogle was lurking there, ready to head it home. Such wonderful work that the PFA do as well with this pre-season. Let's say it first started ahead of the 2022-23 season. In fact, the PFA, founded in 1907, it's actually the world's oldest professional sports trade union. There's so much good work at getting players back out there. As I said, this is for out-of-contract players. Gives them a residential training base with daily fitness training, strength and conditioning, mental well-being support, and competitive matches like we're seeing here today. New for 2026 as well is the training camp for WSL and WSL2 players out of contract. This is match number 5 for the PFA in this pre-season campaign. A 2-1 win over the French Players Union kicked things off. A 3-1 victory over Barnet followed. A 2-2 draw against Hensford, and a 3-0 defeat against Tranmere Rovers last Friday. Started off so well, a pair of victories and a draw. And if it stays like this, it will be back-to-back defeats for the PFA. Like I said, this is more about catching the eye, getting precious game time for out-of-contract players. I said a number of scouts that are invited to these matches. I'm sure there's a lot watching now as well here on YouTube and on Twitter. Craig Vincent says Omar Bogle used to be in the West Brom youth team. He was a very prolific striker as well, whilst at Solihull Moors, as I said, 62 in 111 for the 33-year-old, wearing the number 38 for this second half. All change, of course, PFA 11, different from the first half. Emmanuel with the throw quickly. It was Alfie McCalmont, the number 24, 26-year-old, who was the player who's most recently at Central Coast Mariners in Australia. Well read and well cut out, and the PFA can come charging forward. Marvin Johnson has certainly been one of the standout players. Similar, nice ball into the box, straight into the arms though of Joe Wallace. Here is Johnson again. I think he's had a really good start to this second half, the number 19 for the PFA. played in a few of these games already as part of this pre-season campaign. We've had nearly 3,000 people tuning in. Comments coming in as well on X. I've missed the comments actually coming in. I'm just over on Twitter. I've got my laptop right in front of me here at West Brom's training ground. That was James Norwood. Now it's over to the right side, the ball in. It's a nice delivery, dealt with well by the West Brom defence. Down by James Jones. Now it's back onto this right side. Norwood. Knee down and lumped into the sky here in the Midlands. Danger not quite cleared yet. PFA looking to pull one back if they can. James Jones starting to get more and more involved in this game. The 30-year-old wearing the number 37, over 100 league appearances for both Crewe and Wrexham in his career. George Campbell says, is this the under-21s? It's the under-21s for West Bromwich Albion. Here's the number 10. It's a nice ball back to Remar McNeil. Squares it nicely into the box. Was that a push? Referee says no. Danger not quite cleared. West Brom looking to try and get the shot away. McNeil does, but it falls straight back out. So it takes the deflection. Goes to the number 12. Here's the 8 for West Brom. It's the opportunity and the momentum just disappearing now. Free kick has been given. BRN says yes, let's go. Some of these have come in over on the X page for the PFA. We're live on YouTube and X. Do keep those comments coming in. Over 460 of you watching right now on YouTube. And we've had close to 3,000 people in total who've watched on X. Thank you so much. Right, so we've got a brief pause in play, as you can see. So why don't we have our next Guess the Player quiz. These players currently sit on the PFA players board, and it is a Guess the Players. So we've had Ben Davies was our first one, 100 caps for Wales, began his career at Swansea, spent youth at Viborg in Denmark, joined Tottenham in 2014. So this second player, now retired, but only relatively recently, another change coming up here for West Brom. Baggies fans, you'll be able to tell me. Looks like Carter Pinnington has gone off. Who is the number 14? So this player represented Netherlands in the 2014 World Cup. That's your first clue. So there we go. We've narrowed it down to a squad of about 18, 21-18. So this player represented the Netherlands in the 2014 World Cup. That's your first clue. Any early guesses? Let me know. It's going to be a free kick though for West Brom in a dangerous position. Well left of centre. Less than 20 to go here at the West Brom training centre. Once this free kick's taken, I'll give you the second clue. But if you fancy having a guess for our Guess the Player quiz. Somebody's asked me who is the Albion number 18. I don't know, unfortunately. It's the number 8 straight into the wall. It's going to be a corner for West Brom. Over on the left side, 18 to go. Wow, James. Straight away, James Derman has got the answer correct. Second clue. Played for Newcastle, Brighton, Norwich and Luton in England. Was a goalkeeper. He made over 150 league appearances for Newcastle. James, well done. It is, of course, Tim Krul. He's one of the 13 players to sit on the PFA players board currently. Corner for West Bromwich Albion. Over on the far side, the arm goes up into the air. We wait for the delivery. Reece Lovett has got his arms up. He's marked by the number 11. Can't beat the first man of Marley Watkins. Marley Watkins, 35-year-old. Most recently at Kilmarnock. West Brom, though, charging into the box. There's not enough on it, and Reece Lovett will comfortably take it. So 18 is a trialist for West Brom. I have to say, he's looked good, hasn't he, West Brom fans? Thank you very much, Martin, for the information you've been provided. Maybe I'll have to get you a seat next to me, Martin, 14 is George Shaw, who recently just come on for West Brom. My T, please, says, why hasn't this game been put on the West Brom app? I don't know. I can't tell. Unfortunately, I can't tell you. I don't work for West Brom. But it is on the PFA YouTube channel and on the PFA X account, Twitter account in Old Money. I'll tell you, James Norwood was just waiting for that ball. It was cut out well by the West Brom back line. Here's Remark McNeil. There's space over on this left-hand side. Has he managed to stay on side? Yes, he has. Nice bit of skill. Can they get a shot away? No, they can't, but McNeil will pick the ball, the loose ball, back up again for West Bromwich Albion. Thomas says, who's the number 8 for West Brom? Great question. Ryan Colesby. Martin, thank you so much. Shot comes in. Good save by Reese. Love it. Ryan Colesby's looked good, hasn't he, as well? Wearing the number 8 for West Brom. Thank you to, big shout out to Martin Blackshields here. Reese Love it with the ball, gives it to Harrison Holgate. Oh, and Martin is Charlie's dad. Great to have you, Martin. Thank you for joining us. And thanks for all the information you're giving as well. Really do appreciate it. In fact, it would have been nice to have had you here in the comms box with us. Ryan Colesby, we've just been told, wearing the number 8, left-footed central midfielder, joined in January 2025. Started his career at Birmingham City, now with the Baggies, of course. PFA coming over on this right side. Back it goes to the number 24 of Alfie McCalmont. Hooked back in. Norwood is waiting. It's straight, though, into the arms of Joe Wallace, who makes the save. And West Brom looking to break quickly. 15 to go on the clock. Here's Remark McNeil. He scored the second for West Brom in this game, right at the end of the first half. Baggies working into the box. Strong defensive play. Free kick given. Josh Emmanuel doing so well there. And now it's with Omar Bogle, I believe, over on this right-hand side. Back it goes to Emmanuel. Cheaply given away, and it's going to be a throw for West Brom. Over 470 people now watching here on the PFA YouTube channel. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and subscribe button. We're back live this Friday against Fulham under 21s. 12 o'clock kickoff live on the PFA YouTube and Twitter accounts. So make sure you do come back and tune in for that one. French, number 20. The ball's into the box once again for West Brom. The shot comes in. Reese Lovett forced into a save. Had to react quickly and did well. Corner though for the Baggies. It was a good save by Reese Lovett. Probably expected to make it, but still had to react quickly. Here is Remark McNeil, who's going to take this. Time ticking on now. How is Charlie? Martin, is he okay? No, we're just seeing a change here actually, and this is number 2's coming on. It was Jake Priest in the first half, but here's the number 8. It's a good ball back into the box. It was a shot, wasn't it? High over the bar. Jaden says, I think I've seen James Morrison watching. Can someone confirm, please? I'd be mightily surprised if he isn't watching. Of course, James Morrison, the gaffer now with West Brom. Made over 300 appearances for West Brom as a player across both the Premier League and the Championship. Was at Middlesbrough before that as well. 46 caps for Scotland. He's did a really good job, didn't he, James Morrison? Mowat and Price watching by the fence also, yes. Obviously having followed Leeds quite a bit. Very au fait with Alex Mowat from his time up in Yorkshire. Still only 31, Alex Mowat. Was Leeds United's Young Player of the Year in the 2013-14 season. Been here a while now though, joined from Barnsley in 2021. The ball is long, it's going to run out of play, nobody to latch on to that. James Norwood and Anthony Scully chasing after it. Josh Emmanuel puts his hand up there. It's a lovely afternoon as well, isn't it, to come out and support the under-21s for James Morrison. As I said, a number of first-teamers down to cast an eye on it as well. We must thank West Brom for hosting PFA today as well. Big thank you to all of the clubs who have accepted a friendly. The likes of the French Players Union, who came over. Actually, they travelled. That game was at Leicester City's training ground, the match day 1. Big thank you to Barnet, to Hensford, to Tranmere Rovers, to Fulham, Coventry, QPR, Luton and Port Vale. Thanks for the update, Martin. I hope we wish him a very speedy recovery and a very successful season as well. Thank you, Martin. 26 is Jojo Gomp. Ten to go here at West Bromwich Albion's training ground. And there is quite a lot of people watching as well. A number of scouts invited down. Sure, there's quite a few tuning into this one, casting their eye over the PFA players. Of course, they're free agents. I've said it once, said it a few times, but we've got people tuning in and out throughout the course of the game. If you are unfamiliar with the PFA, this is pre-season, was launched ahead of the 2022-23 season. It's an opportunity for Scully to charge onto it. It's an open goal. Can he get a shot away? It's Omar Bogle. What a challenge that is. And West Bromwich Albion survived the scare. Thomas Salter says, do the PFA players ever get signed on by the teams they have friendlies with? Well, they certainly do sometimes, yeah. In fact, I did Southend West Ham the other day, and one of the PFA players, I can't remember who it was actually, his Remar McNeil though for West Brom, has worked his way into a little bit of space. It's almost through the legs of Marvin Johnson, but he just manages to take enough momentum off the ball. Reece Lovitt gets off his line quickly. Back with Scully now. He's seen a lot of the ball. We do have a West Brom player down, the number 11, I believe. Yeah, as I was saying, I did Southend West Ham the other day. One of the trialists for Southend was one of the PFA free agents. That's Harrison Holgate just going over to make sure he's okay. Physio's onto the pitch. We've got 8 to go, so why don't we have our third and final guess the player. All of these players that we've done currently sit on the PFA players board. This is a current player as well. Centre back, can play, often plays defensive midfield. Started his career at Liverpool and has 10 England caps. So there's a few clues there for you. Time running out, we better get a move on with it, haven't we, really? So this third player currently sits on the PFA players board, still plays as well. Can play centre back, defensive midfielder. Started his career at Liverpool and has 10 England caps. Any early guesses? Any early guesses? As we have a brief pause in play, we have 7 to go here. It's West Bromwich Albion 3, PFA 1. If you missed any of the action, where have you been? But it's great to have you along now. Having a look at some of the highlights That was the goal from Suleiman Mande. That was the third goal for West Brom. In fact, it was Mande who scored from the penalty spot in the first half. That put West Brom 1-0 up. Kane Hemmings, not too long after that though, his persistence paid off. Nipped the ball away from the West Brom keeper and fired it into an empty net. That made it 1-1. And then Remar McNeil, all the hard work over on the right side, sprinted into the box, blasted it past Michael Kelly into the bottom left-hand corner. That made it 2-1 to West Brom just before the break. And Suleiman Mande, we've just seen his third goal. The third goal for West Brom, his second of the game to make it West Brom 3, PFA 1. And this doesn't look good, does it, at all for West Brom? The number 11 making his way off the pitch. Let's hope it's more precautionary than anything serious. We wish you a speedy recovery. James Dunn and Craig Vincent straight away. Connor Cody, absolutely correct, chaps. You have nailed it. Made over 250 league appearances for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Was on loan at Charlton last season from Wrexham. It is, of course, Connor Cody. Thomas Salter says Steve Cook. Not a bad guess, Thomas. Steve Cook actually is on the board. He is on the PFA players board as well. He's one of the other players. Omar Beckles also sits. Lucy Bronze sits on the players board. Adam Chickson, Kim Little, Louise Quinn, William Boyle, Donovan Daniels, Chris Maxwell, Stephen Reid, alongside Ben Davies, Tim Krul and Connor Cody. They make up the PFA players board. Five to go. We might have a couple of minutes added on here just due to the injury to the number 11. I'm really sorry, I don't actually know who it is. We weren't handed the team information for West Bromwich Albion. But we've seen 22 players for the PFA here. Complete change for the second half. Yes, Craig Wrexham as well. In fact, he was on loan at Charlton last season from Wrexham. But I think he's still on Wrexham's books now. Is there a second in this for the PFA? It's looking like it's going to be back-to-back defeats in this pre-season campaign for the PFA. We've had 2 wins, a draw. If it stays like this, 2 defeats from the 5 games so far. As I said, Fulham coming up this Friday, 12 o'clock kickoff for that against the under-21s. Watch it live here on the PFA YouTube and X account. So many of you watching, who really do appreciate it. Here's James Jones trying to squeeze the ball forward. He did find his man as well, but the number 3 of Edem Letlat for West Brom doing really well just to snuff out the danger there. Well taken away by the number 18, the trialist there. In fact, the free kick has been given the other way. Sorry, no, apologies, no it hasn't. What am I talking about? It's West Brom with the ball. Omar Boga was lurking around. Few minutes to go here. What have you made of the game, everybody? Who's caught your eye? I want to know. West Brom fans, who's caught your eye for the Baggies? Everybody else tuning in and watching, keeping your eye on the PFA players. Who's been your player of the match? I know it's difficult to say, isn't it? Because it's a completely different 11 from the first half for the PFA. But let me know your player of the second half in the comment section, in the live chat. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As I said, we've still got another 5 games to go in the PFA pre-season, and they're all live here on the PFA YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Great time to just watch a little bit of football, isn't it, on a Tuesday afternoon? Next one, 12 o'clock kickoff this Friday against Fulham. Not much else there to do, is there, on a Friday other than watch the PFA? Craig Vincent says Suleiman Mande, 2 goals. Yeah, he has been a standout player, hasn't he, for West Brom? Would be delighted with his afternoon's work here. Nice ball push of Remar McNeil as well. Has looked good, hasn't he? The number 7. He scored. He's been on the score sheet today. He's looked busy, hasn't he? He's looked energetic. Looks like he's ready for the new season. kicks off for West Brom senior side, of course, on the 8th of August away at Rotherham in the EFL Cup. Championship action gets started on the 15th of August away at Norwich. First visitors in competitive action to the Hawthorns this season will be Burnley on the 23rd of August. I imagine that'll be a sellout, won't it? That'll be an absolute cracker, that will. Still another pre-season friendly to go for the senior side for West Brom this Saturday away at Peterborough United. Anybody going to that one? Let me know in that live chat. Baggies fans, you heading to the posh for that? Scully. Anybody does really well to win the ball back. Anthony Scully wearing the number 33. He's been seeing plenty of the ball. Kane Carey says, what's your thoughts on James Trafford's signing for Leeds? I think it's a brilliant signing. I think it would be the first time Leeds have had a real top-class goalkeeper for quite some time, to be honest. Craig's going to Peterborough. I think the signing of Harry Wilson is brilliant for Leeds also. Of course, Pascal Strike has just left and gone to Brighton. So as ever, for all clubs in the transfer window, there's ins and outs. Jojo Gompen in number 26, courtesy of Martin for letting us know. Most of the West Brom players will appreciate the comments. Appreciate all the help as well. We weren't handed a West Brom team sheet, so you Baggies fans have been absolutely brilliant. Yes, I saw that, Craig. Actually, West Brom just signed Nolan Galvez from Rodez. And I'll tell you what, he's gone for it as well. I saw Connor Wickham. I commentated on PFA against Manchester United last season, and Connor Wickham scored from the halfway line last season. Remember, and Connor Wickham is actually still part of the PFA pre-season so far. Scully has been the brightest for the PFA squad, says Chris Wright. Yeah, I was just saying, he's seen a lot of the ball, hasn't he? He's been busy. Slavic gets off his line. It ricochets off the West Brom player. Danger not quite cleared yet. Harrison Holgate is over to deal with it, and they hold on to the ball well. Seconds left here. They did have the injury to the number 11 for West Brom player, so I imagine a few minutes will be added on. Is there a second goal in it for the PFA? Time is running out. Marvin Johnson, I think, looks good on the left side, although the delivery leaves a little bit to be desired. Goes straight out of play. Well, thank you to all of you for tuning in as well. Really do appreciate it. Those of you watching and those of you who've been engaging in the live chat, I'm not just saying it, it really does make a difference when you talk to me. So thank you very much. Lonely commentating alone, but you guys make it so much more enjoyable. Thank you for all of the wonderful comments. Hope you've enjoyed the game. Hope you've enjoyed the commentary. As I said, we're back in action this Friday, 12 o'clock. I'll be on commentary for that one as well against Fulham under 21. So if you want a few more quizzes, you know you're more than welcome to come and join us. Craig says Jimmy J. Morgan, talented player for the senior team. PFA look to try and get one back. Can they hold a touch? Was a little bit heavy. Jimmy J. Morgan, he's only 20 years of age, isn't he, for West Brom, just joined from Chelsea. He was on loan at Peterborough last season, wasn't he? I think he scored 12 in 34 for the Posh. And that is it. That is full time, and it's West Bromwich Albion who win by 3-1. Suleiman Mande from the penalty spot. Kane Hemmings levelling things up. But Remar McNeil just before the break made it 2-1 before another scintillating strike from Suleiman Mande made it 3-1. That is how it has finished here at the West Bromwich Albion training ground. More valuable minutes for both sides. It has been a truly entertaining afternoon. Really do appreciate all of you watching. Don't forget, make sure you come back this Friday live on the YouTube channel for the PFA or the Twitter account as well. 12 o'clock kickoff against Fulham under-21s. Again, thank you to all of you for getting in contact. I've been Ian Waterhouse, your commentator. It has been a real treat. Hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. It has finished here in match day 5 for the PFA pre-season. West Bromwich Albion under-21s 3, PFA squad 1. I'll see you Friday.